Hi, I'm Maya, and today I want to talk about A Room with a View by EM Forster. Before we get started, I just want to acknowledge the fact that I'm in a different spot than usual. I'm on vacation, so I don't have a lot of time to upload new videos, but I just wanted to take the time to make a short little video about one of my favorite books of all time. So A Room with a View is about a young English girl named Lucy Honeychurch who is spending her holiday in Italy. And she meets the very handsome George Emerson, who just has a lot of different philosophical ideas and a very bohemian attitude and perspective on life. And the two of them fall in love. But there's also a love triangle going on because there's this other man named Cecil who proposes to Lucy Honeychurch, and he is more stuffy and old school and traditional. And so it really is about Lucy deciding if she wants to stick to the status quo or go against the grain. There is a very full cast of characters. There's Lucy's aunt, Charlotte, or her cousin, some kind of relation, who is her chaperone. And she's very annoying and uptight and is a good foil to George Emerson and his father, who are both very free spirits. There's also an authoress who takes inspiration from Lucy and George's romance and puts it into her book. So she's a fun character, very lively, outspoken, outgoing, and very much in love with life and all of the experiences of life. There's also Mr. Beebe, the pastor, priest, rector, one of those terms, who provides a lot of advice and comfort and kind of takes Lucy under his wing and is just a very steady, helpful influence in the story. There's also Freddie, Lucy's brother, who is just so much fun, just a ball of energy and very cute and endearing. So the characters are amazing and the setting is amazing. All of the scenes that take place in Italy are just so romantic and beautiful and sweeping and gorgeous, and the river is described in the old buildings and the museums and the churches and the meadows. It feels like you're really there. You feel like you can actually feel the rays of the Italian sun on you and you can smell the poppies in the field. This book fills up all of your senses. So it's got great characters, a great setting, and great commentary on societal rules, but also just on human nature. Like I mentioned earlier, that battle that Lucy has within her of deciding to live a quiet, peaceful, normal life where you do what you're told, you do what your mother did, you do what your grandmother did, on and on and on. You just follow in everybody's footsteps and play the role that you were born to play. Or you can be like George and ask the big questions and seek for more and be filled with that desire to live life to the fullest and not be confined or restricted by your own worries and limitations or by the strict rules of the society that you live in. The dialogue is wonderful, and in some parts it feels like you're reading a play because it just flows so well. I have two favorite parts in this book. The first one is when George tosses the photographs that Lucy had that she bought in the square. He tosses them into the river. And it's very surprising to her that he did that, and she's confused and mad at him. But then he explains that there was blood on the photographs from a man that had been killed in the square. And I think it's really sweet that he's trying to shield her from the more grisly aspects of life, because George is all about beauty and poetry and love. And that leads into my other favorite part in the book, which is when George shouts his creed. He climbs up a tree and just shouts what he believes into the world, which is beauty, love, poetry, all of those wonderful, dreamy things. So yeah, just to sum up, what I love about this book is just how full it makes me feel and how excited it gets me about life. And when I read this book, it makes me grateful to be alive and to be able to travel and enjoy things and to smell the flowers and to swim in ponds and to just really not take anything for granted. And yeah, I think it's a really good reminder to truly live and not just exist. So yeah, if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend reading it. Also, I recommend the movie with Helena Bonham Carter. It is a beautiful adaptation, very well done. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for this review. Thank you so much for watching.